Hi, everyone, and we are going to do our leadership workshop today. And this is the most important and close to my heart because I feel everything in life has to do with your acquired mental state of leadership. Whether you are doing a corporate job, whether you are doing your own business, or whether you are in any area of life, whether it's within your family, you need to have certain dynamics of the power that you hold within you in terms of leadership, in terms of that aura. And especially when you have to supervise and manage a team under you and when you are responsible at a certain position. After loads of research and going through a lot of trainings and conducting a lot of workshops, I would love to share these secret hacks. So let's first look at the main model of the pure leadership model. The first aspect is, number one, be confidently humble. Now, this is very difficult because the ego has to be in check. And you have to always remember that using your position and being in power does not give you the right to flex to or within your team. If you want the maximum productivity out of your team, you need to be very grounded and you need to be at their level and you need to think from their side rather than always bringing out your mental functioning. Because when we can go down and we can understand what's going on in their mind and what are their needs and what is their capacity to understand is when the magic begins. You need to truly and completely align your objectives with them, because at the end of the day, you are trying to get your desired response from them. So in order to get the maximum out of your workforce, your team, with you being a manager or a leader or in any position, or even you being in a position in your family when you have to take care of the younger ones or even your counterparts, please bear in mind to always be composed and have those limitations of always not listening to your head and being aligned with what is coming from their end, which can give you the perfect balance to get the positive reaction, productivity from your team. The second most important thing is to be responsible. We are always quick to blame. We are always very fast to take off that from your shoulders and blame it on the external environment. Please be mindful. Please understand that the moment we take ownership of our actions or even of our team's actions will not only raise your rank and value in your team's eyes, but it will also bring the long-term relationship, a lasting, trustworthy relationship that we always are to attain. At the end of the day, remember, it's always trust. It's always that emotional connection that those billionaires are made, that those legacies are contained and they're growing. And these things are so important for us to understand at this fast stage and not delay it. The other thing is that we need to be, number three, be motivating with fierce resolve. You need to be extremely energetic. Your energy, your passion, your motivating spirit has to be in the room. The moment you walk in, the moment you engage with anyone, the moment you have an interaction or you're selling yourself or your proposition or your project or your business or having client meetings, make sure that your energy is authentic and it is positive and it has a larger, higher level of intellect. I cannot signify the importance of this aspect. The energy that you carry and the energy that you spread, it magnifies and it grows larger and larger because you're activating the battery and charging everyone else in the room. And then it becomes a fusion and it becomes synergies of all these beautiful, unique people coming and aligning towards one common goal, which is your goal. Now let's come to the fourth aspect. Be a genuine partner. Being a genuine partner is extremely important because you are not in a transactional relationship. You are in a partnership. Partnership is a win-win. And partnership is taking care of each other's needs. And it's not only about how much figures of profit that you are making, but it's always about how it's benefiting the other person. Otherwise, that person will not stay with you for long. So that was our 4 pie chart circles of leadership. Now, the other most important thing we want to come to is the confident humility. Like I said, we have to keep in check our ego. And we're going to put that slide in front of you. It's going to be a combination of how you are going to balance your chart with pride. And on the other side, you have humility. So you have to have a balance. And then on the 2 ends, we have confidence, and then we have insecurity. So please, we need to understand, and we need to see where our insecurity lies, and we should try to heal it. We should try to understand. We should seek help from practitioners. I won't go too much into the details, but this is a very important model where you need to check yourself on all 4 aspects and create the perfect balance where you're not overgoing or overstepping one side. Now, let's talk about building our brands. Isn't that what our life all depends on? What are you? Are you a brand? What are you selling? What is your business? What is your profession? What is your main target goal of your business profile? We need to really have to make sure that our brand is the end that you want to achieve. A lot of times when we are trying to accomplish so many things and we think we're doing something, but we're not really focused, we're not really hitting the targets, we're not really getting the profits. So in order to build our brand and in order to be the perfect leader, you need to really keep check your chart of the 4 things: egocentric confidence, your confident humility, and your self-imposed insecurity, if that is something that is stopping you from reaching your goals. And the other one is conditional confidence. So let's go on to our other model, which is the commitment model. What is commitment model? Now, commitment model is basically us understanding our bar. Where are you being supportive and where you are not being supportive? And this is what we need to understand. We need to understand the negative side where the red flags are relevant. But if we will not know our non-supportive side, which is damaging our brand, only then we will be able to come to the supportive end. So if you have some people in your team who are rebels or who are not complying to the rules and regulations, and they are having that victim mentality, how is it that you can support them? How is it that you can make them become truly, fully committed? This is another challenge that the leaders have to endure and can easily change the game. And that is another commitment that you have to do to yourself in order to bring that beautiful, holistic change among your entire team, from bringing them towards not being fully aligned with you towards being the people who can do your magic. Because we need to disassociate ourselves in business. Remember, business is not about doing everything yourself. It's about delegating. It is about getting the optimum, premium, best work out of your workforce. And only then is when your brand can be on autopilot. That is the objective. You build a business, you make it on autopilot, you train the entire team, and it doesn't need your direct intrusion in every, decision making. Everything is so much on autopilot, but you have to do the groundwork. So this is where we talk about the commitment model. Now, let's come on to the most important part, the 5 essentials of motivation. Now, these are the 5 most important parts. The first one is be as soft as possible and as firm as it takes. Beautiful, isn't it? Soft and firm. Learn to say no. Learn to understand what is your energy taker and what needs your energy. Second part, preserve choice. Don't force. See, that is the magic. You need people to do the work from within, not by force. This is not the old delegation military style that nowadays can work. It has to be a partnership. So the third way to understand the essential motivation, always maintain the dignity of others. That is so beautiful, and I cannot signify this more. Never humiliate or deliberately try to put anyone down. That is in return going to put your company down. Remember, those companies that reward their employees more than supporting the customers are more long-term getting bigger profits. Because when your internal team is so solid, they are going to be your agents across, and you will not even need any marketing. The most important other fourth element of behavior of motivation is never be mean or angry. That we have to keep in check. It's very difficult, but it can be done. It can be reversed. And that is where you need to take a step back and you need to understand what are the triggers and then come to communication. So you need to go back, you need to understand, and then do not react. Never react. Never make decisions out of emotions. Always take time, and then that would be your biggest savior. The fifth element is use positive reinforcement continuously. Why do you say continuously? Because people need affirmations time and time again. They need it on a regular basis. And you need to make them feel that you are there and you are supporting them and you have their back. And you will always take their side no matter what. When they have that assurity, they can go to any length to help you achieve your goals. Very important it is. It is like the real leadership traits that one can become into and can make bigger leaders. Like I always say, it's not important for the CEO to have a Ferrari, but to have the entire team having a Ferrari. It's okay. The last and the most important part is the 4 classic levels of partnership. Now, you have to ensure that partnerships are different than relationships. Relationships are expectations, connections, associations, and feeling towards others, while partnerships are formal or informal agreements. And they have to be willingly to all the parties to higher levels of performance. So, you need to be synergistic, you need to be integrated, you need to be compatible, and all of these things make a beautiful synergy of partnerships. I really hope that all of these leadership rundown has helped you understand how important it is to work on our leadership skills and to become a genuine partner for everyone and to take your legacy forward. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next episode.